Hey, this is Dr. Nick, aka Dabulamanzi, coming to you from the future of leadership. And as you can see, I'm recording at Comedy Central in Johannesburg, the comedy club where Trevor Noah and many other great comedians perform. And that is my home away from home, because I believe life is a stage and we are here to perform, but not to perform for our own good, to perform for the good of the audience, to entertain the audience, to connect with the audience, and to uplift the audience and elevate others. So today, and you can see I'm wearing proudly my Bayern Munich shirt, because last night, Bayern Munich won the Bundesliga for sixth time in a row. And today, I want to talk about a key component of leadership, of personal leadership, and that is your eye in the sky. Now, for so long, we've been indoctrinated to believe that we have to follow. You have to follow your passion, or you have to follow your purpose. And these things are very hard to do. In fact, they're very hard to decipher, because they're very self-centered. Everything when it comes to your passion or your purpose is centered around yourself, is directed at your own versus directed at others. And then when others ask us, what is your passion, what is your purpose, we always try to make it look very noble. So we make it look as if we want to save the world, and but we don't really believe in that. And it's taken me many years to decipher what is really your driving force. And I learned this from, as so many other things, I did learn this from the famous Zulu emperor King Shaka, who, as he grew up, was believed to have sat on a rock and gazed into the horizon. The Zulu poets called it Amehlo ya beke ezowini, the eyes stuck in the sky. And as he was growing up in exile and he was contemplating the future, he pinned his eyes into the sky. And that's when he hatched his plans of uniting the nation, uniting the tribes in Southern Africa, and building a trade union that would extend all the way from the Cape to Delagoa Bay, in order to secure peace and prosperity for many generations to come, which he would have had he not been assassinated in 1828. So what is your eye in the sky? And that, I believe, is the key to pinning yourself into the future and to do what is probably the most important success factor today, which really is the one thing you can do to future-proof yourself and future-proof your career, and that is to serve the future. Now, how do you serve the future? I believe you need to do exactly what Emperor Shaka did. You need to pin your eyes in the sky and elevate yourself from the daily run-of-the-mill to a place where you have this helicopter view. And you ask yourself this one question, which is, how best can I serve the future? How best can I make a difference in building a better world? Now, here is why this is so important. Today, it's not your profitability, it's not your shareholders, it's not your business that will drive your success. What drives your success is what 87%, according to Edelman, and probably closer to 90% of people want today, when they interact with others, when they interact with brands. 87% of people want brands to place at least the same emphasis on societal issues as on the bottom line. And 90% of people already participate in goodwill, philanthropic endeavors and activities. Now, why is this so important? Because we are now at the crossroads of either using technology to destroy this planet, or leveling up our humanity to match the powers of technology and build a better world for the next generation, for your kids and mine. Because this is really what's at stake, and people realize that. So you have to elevate yourself into the sky and contemplate how best can you serve the future. And it shouldn't be too difficult, because surely you must have either education of your kids or the health of your kids or the sports of your kids at heart. Now, what I have had at heart, and taken me quite a while to introspect and figure it out, is my eye in the sky is all about uniting the world. And funny enough, I've done that quite a few years ago, in 2006, when Germany hosted the Fan World Cup, and all of a sudden the world came together and had a great time and really united. And it was Franz Beckenbauer who said, this is how the good gods want the world to be. People uniting with each other. And again, 2010, when South Africa hosted the World Cup, the Soccer World Cup, again the world came down together. It was a moment of magic. It was 31 days of magic. And again, the nation united and the world united. Now, that is why I am currently building the Fan World Cup. I'm currently working on initiatives like Know Your Neighbor, Meet Your Neighbor, Love Your Neighbor, nation building, and really uniting the world, because that is at heart for me. That is what I have learned from history, is the key factor